This is the Old Musician's Blog, number 45. Well, what shall I talk about today? I could talk about all the stuff that happened in the music yesterday and the different relationships of the people that are involved in all of that. But then I'd be in the past, and well, according to how I've been thinking lately, that's kind of depressing, And then I could also, think about what I could be coming up in the future. There's these particular gigs and these different attitudes and relationships and whatnot, and then I'd be in the future. And then what? Then I'd probably be having some anxiety about the things that I can't do anything about, either in the past or the future. So, that leaves the present. So, what's happening right now? Well, right now, I'm walking the labyrinth that Lucy and I built, and it has a story about itself that goes into the past. But right now, it's just a moment of being in the moment. How did we build this? Well, there's quite a few pictures of it here and there on these blogs. And we built it by, what's the story of the past? The story of the past was that there's not much flat spot on the land. The land goes up a hill. It's kind of like a long, narrow piece of land, and it goes up on the hill. And when it goes up on the hill, it doesn't have any flat spots because it's a hill. And so there's not very many flat spots. So I thought, I'll just make a flat spot. And I did that. And, so I started collecting rocks and digging it out by hand. And then I kind of had these ideas as I was doing it. I thought, well, maybe I'll make a big adult swing set, and then you could swing out and you could look out over the mountain range here and see old Grizzly Peak up there and see the house and be swinging up, and and I actually looked into it and thought about buying different kinds of materials and stuff to make that out of, but I never did it. So I had this flat spot, and then some workshops came along. It was Nancy Bloom. She came along and she did these medicine wheel workshops. She said, "Oh, it's a medicine wheel." So it was a medicine wheel for a while, and then after that, I don't know what happened. It was but it kind of, went in and out of, sort of star thistle land, where it was so weedy to really do much of anything. And then when Lucy came on the land, that's 20 years ago, 21 years ago, however long that is now. There we just, she looked at it and she said, well, what about, she wanted to make a labyrinth, but she wanted to cover it with straw and, different kinds of things. And I'm saying, no, that won't do. Those things don't last, and they'll just be, a nuisance in the future. So we, instead, we covered it with that weed cloth, and then got some gravel and put the gravel on, and then we covered it with rocks. And let's see, and it's been pretty good. It needs a little bit of work every year, and but it's really a wonderful thing for sort of being in the moment. Of course, I've been talking about the past a lot, about how it was made, but at least it was the labyrinth's path, so it did have something to do with the present. And here I am standing in the middle of it right now. I probably would have done better to reverse the camera the other way, but I didn't know that I was going to be talking about the labyrinth, because I didn't know what I was going to be talking about. I thought, well, for a change, I'll just, well, not for a change really, but I won't really think about it, because I don't really think about it actually much. I just kind of start talking and see what comes up and where it goes to, and let it be what it's going to be. And that's what the blog, in a way, I don't know if that's what it's about or not, but that's kind of one way that I think about it these days. And the center of the labyrinth, it's a good place to end up. I wonder if I can show how it looks at the center of it without my phone falling off. There it is. And I'm going around in a circle. And there's a nice piece of rose quartz right in the bottom of it. Oh, that's bright sun. There's a pair of sunglasses out here. But anyway, that's what it looks like. So there it is. There it is. Whoa. Me and my shadow. There's the shadow.